It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Wednesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Jaren Jackson and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
So the Mexico City starting five. They've got Haywood, Booker out there with Mr. Clutch. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Bey in at the three, the small forward. And for Houston, they've got Daniel Gafford. Carrying out there with Stephon Castle. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's George in at the three. So tonight, Clark, we expect lots of open court situations.
Kevin, you're exactly right. I mean, these are two of the best fast break teams in the league. So I hope you brought your fast-paced vocal cords for this one, buddy.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Here's Wembanyama. Outside Banks. Pass to Haywood. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively. And he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit. Be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Mexico City has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Haywood with a screen on Gafford. Pass to Bey. Rebounded by Castle. Rockets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Now, here is Haywood. This game he had 10 points. The shot's good from Banks.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Siakam outside. Pass to George. Gafford to screen on Bey. Here's George. Now here's Gafford. The shot misses. Good defense by Wembanyama.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Here's Haywood. Good D by Siakam.
He felt the defense on that attempt. Great rim protection.
George. No good there. And here's Bey. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And slam dunk by Haywood.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Now, here is Haywood. Here's Banks. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Banks has got his second basket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Murray. 5 points in the game. And George with the stuff.
Showing you the vertical that time. Paul George throwing it down.
And Mexico City calls their first time out of the game. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
And so Booker will bring it up for Mexico City. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Siakam going to the rim is like a moth going to the flame. You can't keep them away.
Pass to Banks. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
George passes to Gafford, and Gafford throws it down.
Boy, George is an outstanding player, actually one of the very best in the league. In these screen and roll sets, he knows exactly what to do.
To the left wing. Here's the lob to the hoop, and slam dunk by Haywood.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
George finds Gafford. A shot, no good. Good defense by Wembanyama. Here's Banks. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Marion setting the pick for Castle. Pass to Siakam. The shot from the low post is good.
What a nice move by Siakam. A much improved ball handler, especially for a forward. He's making it happen right there.
Here is Haywood on the wing. Booker. And he lobs it up toward the rim and slam dunk by Haywood.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
George looking around. Pass to Castle. Takes it out to Siakam. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Wembanyama passes to Booker. That's it. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Huge advantage for Wembanyama to see over everybody.
Rockets trail by 4. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. While the season just started, GA, we have a few big storylines already.
Yeah, it doesn't take long in this league. The intense media scrutiny, social media, news travels fast.
Checked in for the Rockets. R.J. Barrett comes in for Marion. Mexico City also changing it up. Mack comes in for Victor Wembanyama. And it's Hachimura in for Bay. Haywood against Geiger. Nobody near score. Off target with his 3. Mexico City leading by 4. Pass to Haywood. And here's Banks. And the shot goes down. Banks has got 10 points in the game.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Back to Castle. Banks with the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Castle with it. Last game we saw him score 13. Here's Gafford. That one goes in. He has 6.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Mexico City. They lead by 4. And Mack kicks to MP. Here's Banks. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Geiger. From deep, George. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Hooker the pass to Hachimura. Banks against Castle. And here's Haywood. On the wing, MP. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
George, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. RJ Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player. He said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Back to you.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And so, the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Wembanyama is checked in for Mexico City. Dort comes in for Booker. .137 left to play here in the first. Pass to Shea. Shoots it. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, you know exactly why they let him have that shot.
Hachimura the pass to Wembanyama. Inside. And he dumps it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Here's Shea. Hachimura grabs the miss.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now, here's George. Here's Banks. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Shays the pass to Marion. Onside, Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shays. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. And so it's Mexico City enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Mexico City.
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me, not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
They've got Barrett. Geiger is out there with Achua. Then there's Marion, and it's Shays in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Kicks it out to MP. Off target from outside. Rockets trail by 12. Barrett dishes to Marion. Pass to Shays. Outside, Barrett lets it go from deep, and it's Mexico City with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Mexico City leading by 12. The three from MP. It's rebounded by Houston. Geiger's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Shays. Mack grabs the miss. Mack's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's MP. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Now here's Marion. 5 points in the game. Pass to Achua. No good that time. Good defense by Wembanyama. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's MP. It's hauled in by Achua.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Pass to Shays. Here's Geiger. Pulls it from the elbow. And that one comes up a bit short.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Dort kicks to Lucas. Outside for Wembanyama. Outside, Dort. Offensive rebound. The 3. Good on the three-point shot. Lucas has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Mexico City making some changes. Bay comes in for Dort, and Banks is subbed in for Lucas. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Outside, Barrett drops in the tray. Barrett's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
MP outside. Pass to Banks. Now here's Matt. Fires from deep. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Here's Banks. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Banks has got 16 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Geiger with a screen on Hachimura. And it's George missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Wembanyama. Off target from three-point range.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Now Mack. Back to Hachimura. No good from outside.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
George passes to Marion. And here is Siakam. Back to Marion. And here's George for 3. The Rockets with another miss.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Sinks the triple.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Banks has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Banks. 17-point lead, their biggest. Marion outside. Outside, George. Geiger with a screen on Hachimura. Out to Barrett. There's the pick. Back to George. Over MP. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
And they were in the top 10 in steals. It was one of those things we always heard about last season. Get a little sloppy with the ball, and they will make you pay.
And like you said, their three-point shooting was a huge part of what they did. The long-range shot was a weapon for them all season long. Castles checked in for R.J. Barrett. Booker, he's checked in for Mexico City. Clock at 6. In the corner, George with it. Their offense, stone cold. Another miss there.
You can tell he's just a touch out of sync here, but he's battling, continuing to fight.
Mack, good.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Rockets trail by 20. Pass to Geiger. George sets a screen. Here's Geiger. 9-point game his last outing. Another miss by Houston. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
The size, reach, the bucket is right there for Victor inside.
Castle sets the screen for Siakam. Pass to Castle. Here's Geiger. He's covered by Mack. Geiger passes to Siakam. Marion outside. Banks with a rebound. Banks has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Mack. Booker outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's the 3. The Rockets pull it in.
despite his shooting woes, they're still up. And that bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
Siakam outside. Lob pass to George. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
Wembanyama, a screen on Marion. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for Geiger. And a change for Mexico City. Haywood's checked in for Matt. And here's George for three. That's good, and it's Marion with the assist. Marion's got 4 assists now tonight. Booker the pass to Haywood. Here's Wembanyama. Booker looking around. Haywood in the post, covered by Siakam. Haywood gets the bucket. Haywood's got 10 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Mexico City leading by 19 points. Pass to Bay, fires for three. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Gafford sets the pick for Marion. And that one drops for him. Marion's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I think he's got a big speed advantage in that matchup. It could actually be a blow-by every single time.
Siakam against Haywood. Over Siakam. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Siakam.
Every game Haywood plays, I wish good luck to whoever has the job of keeping him off the boards, because it's literally impossible. He is a driven player on the backboard.
And the first one drops. And so Haywood nails both of them. There's 1:17 left now here in the second. Outside, George. Pass to Siakam. For the screen on Haywood. And a wide open look for Siakam. Booker pulls it in.
Look, when the defense leaves the mid-range open like that, you've got to punish them, or they'll keep letting you shoot it.
Now Wembanyama. Now Banks. Pass to Wembanyama. Mexico City needs to get a shot off here. And once again off the mark by Mexico City. Rockets trail by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here is George. He had 15 points last outing. Gafford sets the pick for Marion. Shoots over Banks. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Marion's got 9.
And what a move, guys. I mean, he's absolutely embarrassing him out there right now.
Boy, that was quite a move, an ankle breaker for sure. And then he calmly knocked down the shot. Well done.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's Mexico City leading by 17. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Get ready, Hey folks, let's kick this halftime show off by checking out the Players of the Week. In the Western Conference, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately for this guy. Victor, 7'4". This dude is 7'4". Folks, I mentioned because skills-wise, he's kind of like a small forward.
Lots of great NBA players from France, but he has a good shot at being the best of that group. And switching gears now to that first half, what a difficult start for the Houston Rockets.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
On the court for Mexico City, Wembanyama's out there with Haywood. Then there's the quick. Then it's Saddiq Bey. And it's Banks in at the 1. Here's Castle. Nailed from three-point land. Castle's got his second bucket of the game to go. GA, you hear about 3 levels score. But is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Now, here's Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Haywood with the ball. Guarded by Marion. Marion with the double team. Haywood kicks to Bey. Sinks the three-pointer.
Showing the range. How about Bey taking and making his fair share of those triples?
Pass to Gafford. On the wing, Marion. Now Castle. Houston moving the ball around. Siakam finds Castle. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Banks has got 6 rebounds in the game. Yep, that one goes in there. That's 7 points for the quick.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now here's Marion. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Gafford. Now Castle. Right side George. High arcing shot, and it's good on the way in. George has got 9 points.
How about George going to the floater, showing he's got some tricks up his sleeve. Way to go, PG.
Banks passes to Bey. Back to Banks. Pops in the layup for 2. 18 points for Mr. Clutch.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Pass to Siakam. Stolen by Haywood. And here we go. Booker heading to the hoop. And they pick up 2. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Siakam outside. Outside, George. Jacks up a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 12.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter because that jumper...
Oh, wow, man!
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Rockets trail by 20. And here is Marion. He's got 9. Gafford finds Castle. Outside, George. Tries the spin move. 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And it's Bay with the ball for Mexico City. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The league is hoping for more competition for the All-Star game, and one idea to motivate the players is more prize money for the winning team. It worked for the Emirates Cup. The All-Star festivities drive revenues and publicity for the league, so those that are advancing this suggestion say, put some money on it. Back over to you guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Baseline jumper. Haywood with the rebound. Haywood's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Not his night shooting the ball, and it's really had an impact on this game.
Now here's Banks. 18 points for him. Wembanyama passes to Banks. Pass to Haywood. Over Siakam. He shoots again. Haywood, no good. Rockets trail by 20. Marion with it. Now guarded by Booker. Castle with the bounce pass. And here's George for 3. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Booker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Wembanyama. Outside Banks. Now here is Haywood, covered by Gafford. Haywood in the post. Gafford's there. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Rockets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Hard to find a more versatile forward, Clark, in this league than Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun to see how far his game has come in his decade plus. I mean, he was part of that Toronto Raptors championship team, an up-and-coming young force then, and now he's really refined his game. He's a go-to player. His hustle and defensive gifts are really what stood out early, and he continues to do that well. He's just a terrific top-line player in the NBA.
At well over 7 feet tall. Inside is easy money for Victor.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Houston making a switch. Geiger's checked in. And a change for Mexico City. Hachimura is checked in. Marion against Banks. Pass to Castle. It's George on the wing and stolen by Booker. Pass break. Here comes Mexico City.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Hachimura against Castle. An easy 2 points on the layup. Castle's got 7.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Outside Banks. Haywood hits the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Gafford. He has 6. And Gafford throws it down.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's Banks. 20 points for him. And the layup's good off the glass. Banks has got 22 points.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Mexico City leading by 19. Wembanyama looking it over. And there's another one for Mexico City. Houston's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Here's Geiger, still yet to score. Here's Castle. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Hachimura. Pass to Wembanyama. Mexico City moving it around. Now Haywood. Nice move. He lays it in. Haywood's got 18 points in the game.
The offense is flowing through him right now. He just keeps coming.
Now here's Gafford. Back to Castle. Fires the 3. Booker pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Wembanyama.
2 minutes.
Booker outside. Now Hachimura. Left side Banks. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. 25 points for Mr. Clutch.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Now Castle. He's covered by Hachimura. Pass to Marion. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. 15 points in the game.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
Booker outside. Here's Wembanyama. And here's Banks, guarded by Marion. A 3-ball. The Rockets pull it in. To the inside. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Banks with the ball. 25 points in the game. MP outside. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Geiger with the rebound. Geiger's got 6 rebounds in the game. In the corner, Castle with it. Outside, George. Pass to Geiger. Castle, no one around him. And another 3 for Houston.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Outside Banks. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Substitution on the court.
Just 3 on the clock. That one misses. And so it's Mexico City holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Tiger is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's George. And it's Shays in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Pass to Siakam. From 10 feet out and too long on the shot. So Mack will bring it up for Mexico City. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
And for the Rockets, they're shooting not great, 40% for the game. Siakam kicks to George. Looking to get back on track here. To the wing on the left. Shays. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 5 assists in the game. Mexico City leading by 19 points. On the wing, MP. 18 feet out. It's rebounded by Barrett. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Down low. George with the bucket.
One of the things that separates George from other wings is willingness to go inside and do work, to play near the goal.
Outside Gordon. Pass to MP. The shot. Tiger with the rebound.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Siakam outside. Beyond the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And it's Houston's ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Pass to George. Out to Barrett. And another 3 for Houston.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Banks. Bay passes to Matt. And he banks in the layup. And now that's 11 points for Fresh.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's George. And it's Mexico City with the rebound. Banks has got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to MP. Back to Banks. Mexico City moving it around. Connects from 3-point range. And Mexico City leads by 16.
After 1-3 in the first half, there's his second right there.
George against MP. And yes, it's good. George has got 4 points this quarter.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Back to Banks. They set the pick. Wide open look. And the jumper is good. Banks has got 27.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Siakam inside. He's covered by Matt. Siakam's shot is off. Mexico City leading by 16. Pass to Banks from past the arc. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. It's hauled in by Gordon. Mexico City has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. MP passes to Banks. Back to MP. Pass to Bay. Lob pass to Gordon. It's stolen. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. And that one, good.
With defenses usually playing him to drive, Barrett's developed a nice little floater for when he can't get to the rim.
Timeout called here. Mexico City decides to talk it over. Mexico City making some changes. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Mack. Haywood comes in for Gordon, and it's Booker in for Banks. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Mexico City's head coach said to the team. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you so much. And Marion gets it to go on the assist by Siakam. And that's now 18 points for Marion. And so Booker will bring it up for Mexico City. 13-point lead. Asta Bay. Now Hachimura. From the baseline. It's rebounded by Houston.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Pass to Gafford. Siakam outside. Here's Castle from the arc. Haywood with the rebound. Haywood's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Another miss by MP. It's trailed by 13. Marion passes to Siakam. Stolen by Haywood. Castle against Hachimura. Pass to Booker. Now Wembanyama. And once again off the mark by Mexico City. Now Castle. The shot's good on the assist by Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Haywood. Over Siakam. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Houston's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. They're at the pass to Marion. Back to Barrett. And the 3 off target.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Asta Bay hits the 3-point bomb. And Mexico City leads by 14.
And I love how assertive Bay is offensively. Solid at catching the defender there off guard.
Now Gafford. Here's Castle. Good defense by Wembanyama. Mexico City leading by 14. Booker the pass to Bay. Now Haywood. Now Wembanyama. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Pass to Gafford. Now Marion. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside. Marion's got 12 points in just the second half.
This fella starts knocking down threes. Watch out, folks. Just pouring it on in this half.
Now, here is Haywood. What a finesse finish on the lay-in.
And, you know, Spencer Haywood's so good at getting to his spots and cashing in, and that's one of the reasons he's such an effective player. He knows his game.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. George is checked in for Houston. Banks checked in for Mexico City. Rockets trail by 15. Here's George. And he does not hit.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they've brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
Wembanyama down low. Gafford's there. Got it to go off the glass.
And you love to see this assertive play from Wembanyama, refusing to let himself be stopped inside.
Now George, beyond the arc. It's good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Outside, Wembanyama. Outside Banks. For three. Another chance here. Layup no good. Rockets trail by 14. Here's Gafford. And he jams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And so Booker will bring it up for Mexico City. Now Bay. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Siakam with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Mexico City.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year. Actually, their fifth win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Mr. Clutch.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And so it's Mexico City winning this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. Now, I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And now, our player of the game, Mr. Clutch.